Good morning, bright and early this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for joining me bright and early, everyone. I'm delighted to be able to share today with you. So much to talk about today. So excited for everything to come soon. But first, before we get started, I'd love to hear and if I look tired, by the way, it's because my brother and I were planning for Hawaii last night till past midnight. He lives in California, so California time, it was like 9 p.m. For us, it was like midnight. I don't know. It was super late. But anyway, delighted to be able to share today with you. Let me know where you're from this morning. Love to say hi to friends. I'm going to try and take it slow. I talk too fast. Got to take it slow. Massachusetts, Canada, from the UK. Hey there. Good morning. When are you going on another Disney cruise? Sooner than you might think. Good morning, Michael and Disney family. Good morning, Jennifer. Longer will be 20,000 strong. You're right. You're no doubt about it. Very, very first. I'm going to slow down. Very true. Kendall, thanks for joining me. First live stream. Good morning. From Florida, New Jersey's from David. Michigan, New Orleans. Disney Cruise is coming from your city soon. New Hampshire, New York, Georgia, Tennessee, Austin, UK, Saratoga Springs. All right. South Dakota, Brazil, St. Louis, Southwest Florida, Baltimore, you're close by, New York, Ontario, New Jersey. You're at the Food and Wine Festival, guy. New York, South Carolina, Kentucky, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Raleigh, Montana, Orlando, oh my gosh, New Jersey, Canada, Northern Canada, Indiana, Disney Cruise hint. There's no more hints. It's surprises. Tennessee, Iowa, Mississippi, Texas, New Hampshire, Virginia, Boston, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, Ohio, Maryland. Okay, well, I'm delighted to be able to share it with you wherever you are streaming from. It really does mean a lot that you share in the magic with me today. A few more getting in last second. Dallas, Vermont, Louisiana, Seattle, Massachusetts, Dubai, Golden Oaks. Really, I'm delighted to be streaming in Golden Oaks. That's a lot of fun. Michael, how can I donate a gift card to you? Michael, that is so generous of you to think of. I have the description to my P.O. Box is in the description of all my videos. So P.O. Box in the description. Slow down, Michael. Slow down. Okay. Michigan, San Francisco, Mississippi, Virginia, Puerto Rico, Fort Worth, Texas, and Denver. Good morning. Oh, from France. There you go. Good way to end that one. Delighted to be able to share the magic with you this morning. So much to talk about. First, let's start off with something that a lot of people have been talking about. And that's the cancellation of a few hotels that Disney was planning at Disneyland in California. If you haven't been following along, Disney had this hotel or two hotels planned, and a couple of updates to the downtown Disney area in Disneyland. They canceled that. There are many reasons why. One of the biggest ones is because there's a tax issue, and Disney didn't see the money as being worth it. My question to you is, do you think that they need more and they have to find another way? That's my bigger question. They canceled it. Okay, that's the past now. Do you think they do need more and have to find another way to build some? So let me know what you think. I get goosebumps when you read my comments. Well, Kendall, I'm delighted to be able to share it with you. About to drive over to Food and Wine. Wish you could join. Ryan, I wish I could too. Have one of those crab cakes for me, or what else is really good? Blended burger. Oh my gosh, so good. The funnel cake. Maple bacon. It's so hard to slow down with the comments going so fast. Well, Kelly, I'm learning. Again, I'd love to read every single comment. I'm reading as many as I can, as fast as I can. But I've watched myself on replay a few times, and sometimes I can't even understand what I'm saying because I'm talking too quickly. So we'll get there. No need. Okay, so Blake, you don't think there's a need for more resorts or hotels in Disneyland, so you think the ones that they have are already enough. It's a good point because we have like 3 different categories. Could they use more? Would they fill up? They probably would, but the expense might be because the tax write-off went away, so they probably thought that the expense would be too high to justify the cost. So you don't know. Maybe that means Run Disney can come back to Disneyland. Oh yes, okay, sounds good. They took out. I know the ESPN zone. That's too bad. Susan, is it heavy to carry around your camera while vlogging? Yes, but you get used to it. You get used to it. Absolutely. So many hotels near Disneyland. Right, they have the good neighbor hotels, but would you prefer to have Disneyland own hotels, or does that not matter to you? That's a very valid point. Next time I go back to Disneyland, I want to try one of the Disneyland hotels. Last time I was there, I think I stayed at I want to say it was the Best Western. It was right next to. I wasn't vlogging the same way, so I don't remember. But it was right off of the entrance. I think it was Best Western. It had like a free breakfast on top. It was really good, a good deal. But do they need more? I don't know. Good morning. I feel like Disneyland needs more moderate in value. That would make a lot of sense. But Laura, considering how much they are integrated into the city, like you walk across the street and there's more, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I hope so, though. Yes, we'll talk about Spaceship Earth in a minute. How is Pegasus doing? He's doing great. He's sitting back there enjoying the stream too. Is it the U.S. Navy's birthday? Well, happy birthday to the U.S. Navy. Wow, I had no idea. I think they need to somehow buy out those not-so-good hotels across the street and remake them into Disney properties. Luigi, I just think that that's never going to happen. Can you imagine if you owned one of those hotels that, needed some updates, maybe didn't have the money for it? You're probably making so much money. I don't know. I agree, though, that they need some good hotels there. When's your next trip? Next trip to Walt Disney World, I actually don't know. I have so many other things planned between now and next time I go. It's hard. It's difficult for me because I have these trips planned to places I've never been, like Aulani. I've never been to Hawaii before. I'm looking forward to it, and it's I would be going to Disney World, but now Hawaii, so very excited. Disney Stitch Lover, our daughter just got accepted to the Disney College program for the spring of 2019. Of course, Kristen, congratulations. We're excited to see you working at the place where dreams come true. Hopefully I'll run into you while you're there on the college program. How exciting. That's so great. Morning, Michael. Good morning. From Hollywood Studios right now. Oh my gosh, watching the March of the First Order as we speak. Have fun with that. Oh my gosh. Is it better to eat at the resort in the morning or wait until you are at the parks? Robert, I would say it depends on your style. I like both. I actually have gone to other resorts to eat breakfast before. There's a lot of good. There's no one right way to do it. There's many right ways. My first time to Walt Disney World in 4 days. What can I do to make the most magic? Hagen, I would make a plan like the timeline I made in an earlier video, and I would also just relax and make time for yourself. Both of those. Enjoy every moment. What are your Aulani dates? They're coming up. It's in November 11th to 17th. It's going to be 16th. It's going to be fun. When are you doing? We are doing Disney Cruise for Christmas out of Galveston. Oh, cool. Yeah, no hints on the future adventures. No hints. It's surprises. What are you most excited about for Hawaii? David and I were talking about this until the wee hours of the morning for me, and we're excited for the resort itself and seeing more of the island. But it's hard to plan, and I'm going to make a video all about this soon. I was thinking about this. I'm going to make a video all about this because many friends have asked me, Michael, how do you plan a Hawaii trip? And I'm finding it's very similar to a Disney cruise. I'll go into more detail in another video, but you can plan the dining, and you can plan the shore excursions or other excursions, and you can plan seeing more of the island. But besides that, you just go and have fun. Very similar to a Disney cruise. So we'll go into more of that later. But it's very exciting. Michael, can you say hi to my wife, Cindy? Of course. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for being a part of the magic with me. Next Walt Disney World trip, Galaxy's. Yes, well, I'm hoping to go back to Walt Disney World before Galaxy's Edge. Cross your fingers on that one. On next visit, Sister and I are eating all counter services since watching your videos. Lori, I don't want you to miss out on table services, but I know I've been missing out on table service dining. I know. I've got to do it again. Ray, you haven't been back to Hawaii since last century. Oh my gosh, got to go back. Any chance you will be sailing on the... No hints. It's a surprise. It is a surprise. You are going to be shocked and amazed and in awe. There's so much fun coming. Thank you so much for sharing your Disney planning template. Oh, Vicky, I'm so glad you liked it. I'm delighted to hear that you enjoyed it, that it worked for you. Anyway, okay, let's move on to our next topic. Spaceship Earth. When I read about this, is it true? I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. Nobody knows. It's a rumor. We don't know. But the idea alone is enough to make me think. And I made a whole video about the update to Spaceship Earth, whether or not I think it's happening, Project Gamma. It would make sense. It would make sense that it happens at the same time that Epcot's getting its big revamp. It's been 24 years. So it'll be 25 years, I think, by the time they update it. So it would make a lot of sense. Do they have the potential of messing up something that I love so much? Yes, they do. And, I hope that they don't. I am cautiously optimistic that they are very cognizant of what they're making Spaceship Earth into. But I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful for the future. I'm crossing my fingers. We'll hopefully get there. And I'm also hoping that the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster is open by that time, so that the crowds are kind of dispersed a little bit more at that point, and so they can go to Spaceship Earth. And then that closes, and then Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster opens. So I'm hoping that they're thinking about that too. Hopefully Remy is open as well. So the Remy rides, they just kind of disperse. So I think that's their plan. And then they'll try and work on other things at the same time. So it'll be fun. Planning on Lonnie is so different, right? Plan to relax and just enjoy Hawaii. Exactly, Margaret. So the vlogs are going to be different. I'm going to be different. It's going to be just so much. Well, I'm always the same, but it's going to be so much fun. The experiences that we have together, that's what I meant, will be different. So it's going to be amazing. Spaceship Earth, I know. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm sad about it too, Felix. Honestly, I am. I know Spaceship Earth is something that I don't want to see change. I keep looking at this picture. I don't want to see it changed, but I know it has to change. It's one of those things where you see the line for Spaceship Earth, and I know you've probably seen it with the line, what, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes? But I've never seen it in recent days over 30 minutes regularly. It's almost, I mean, most of the time, it's a walk-on. For me. And I know that I'm there during certain times of year where the crowds are a little bit lower, but even 4th of July, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's it. And that's the reason. They want that to be an attractive ride for everyone all the time. It's attractive for us. I'm not saying it's not, but they want guests who are new and guests who have never been before to say, oh, this has recently been updated, we want to go. That's at least my thought on it. Let me know your thoughts. When am I going to Disneyland Paris? No immediate plans for that, but always thinking of surprises for you. Don't you worry. Antonio, I like your attitude. Disney will not mess it up. They'll make it better. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful that they'll do that. Completely agree. Oh, thank Blaine. Oh my gosh. Blake, thank you. Completely agree with you, Michael. I don't want to change either, but it has to. Right. It's one of those things where we really don't want it to change, like Illuminations, but in order for Disney to continue to be attractive to those who are maybe going to Universal instead, again, not talking about us here, it would make sense for them to say, oh, brand new show, come to Disney. That's what they're trying to do. So it makes sense in a business aspect, and they're going to honor it for us. I'm very hopeful that they will. Alani is so relaxing. Thank you, Doc Man. I'm very hopeful. Very hopeful. Very unpopular opinion. Dole Whip Dad, Spaceship Earth feels like the 70s retro ride. It's time to update it. I don't think this is an unpopular opinion, Dole Whip Dad. I just think that we all hope that Disney honors what it is. And if they can take it and say, I wish I could describe it better. You know what I'm talking about. They honor it. They're able to say this is an evolution of a ride that we love already. You know, it's tough to do. It's tough to do, no doubt. Right, so they might be adding updates to all of Future World at the same time. That would make sense. It will be amazing. Don't worry. I'm excited for it. Disney Family Quest. I'm excited for it. Kendall, Spaceship Earth is such an iconic attraction. However, most people who will be upset with this are Disney enthusiasts and have experienced the ride enough. That a very good point. Oh, slow down. I'm gonna slow down. I'm slowing down. We really missed Journey into the Imagination. I miss that so much. I really, really do. At least we know Michael's next cruise. Well, you never know. It's coming up. Let's see. 6 days until our Disney cruise. Oh my gosh, you're going to Panama Canal? I would love to hear how you like that one. That's one that, my family and I have been talking about family adventures, and I'm still trying to talk my family into it. And it's not that they don't, they need to be talked into it. It's a financial thing. We're trying to work out money, but it's something that my family and I really would love to do in Alaska. There's so many ideas we have for the future. Good morning. Waves of Disney. Waves of Disney. No doubt about it. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling them for Alani. We have less than a month. Less than a month. So excited. It will be a third trip to Walt Disney World, hoping to also be able to do every year. That sounds fun. I hope they don't mess up. The Skyliner, I don't think they will. I think the Skyliner will be a great thing. I think we'll get used to it. And seeing the cables going across, that will just take getting used to, but I feel like it'll add to it. It's a strange feeling. Like you walk from the International Gateway to Beach Club and you see gondola cabs going over you. And right now, to me, that seems kind of weird, but I have this funny feeling like I'm walking and I'm like, oh, this is cool. This adds to the magic, and the colors of the cabs will be just right to, I don't know, add to it. I'm very hopeful, very, very hopeful for those looking good. Cannot wait until D23 announcements. Oh, that'll be fun. I have more news about that I'll be going over in another video. A friend of mine found like a secret thing about that. That's exciting news. Don't worry, that's coming soon. We'll talk about that in I need to do more research about it, but it's coming soon. Don't worry. It will not be Spaceship Earth will not be a roller coaster. It will not. It will be a same kind of ride where you see things slowly. It will not be a roller coaster. I almost guarantee you. I know, doesn't Panama Canal sound amazing? It really does. But Hawaii cruise would be a higher priority for me if I can find. Has anyone else looked like every day for I've been looking for one that's a better category because again I have that extremely expensive one which I cannot afford because I'm gonna have to cancel that one. I can't find anything else. I don't know. I'm trying. If anyone else has found a Hawaii one, let me know. But I have found nothing recently. So I might have to wait. Disney cruise during hurricane season though. Don't worry. If you're worried, don't worry. It's Disney Cruise Line is super safe. They are not going to have one of those ships that just goes rocking in the water and you see like the horror video of things flying across the deck. They are going to reroute and just pay everyone something or do something different rather than risk safety. They are all about safety. Dave and I saw that firsthand. My brother and I just smaller waves, just slight discomfort they avoided. That's how much they take safety into consideration. Am I going to D23 2019? I doubt it. I really do. I feel like the Galaxy's Edge is a higher priority for me. I will be going over everything for D23, but however, if D23 and the opening of Galaxy's Edge line up perfectly, then I might. That's different. We'll see. Have you seen all the positive reviews for Sebastian's? Yes, I want to try it. I definitely do. Are you excited for decorating Disney on TV this Sunday? This Sunday? Decorating? No, I haven't seen anything about that. Mouse Talks, hey there. Been on a ship during a hurricane. Oh, you have been on a ship during a hurricane. Can't go back. So it's not hard at all. Don't worry about it. Disney Cruise is very safe. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Anyway, okay, so let's talk more about that plastic problem. I brought this up in an earlier video. Let me know what you think, because Disney is definitely listening, because they're just doing a test now to figure out what the best solution to the plastic problem would be. What do you think of my solutions for a reusable bag that doesn't cost more money, and maybe like an extra little slot for plastic straws? Do you think the guests would actually use that little slot if they had it? Is there a better solution? There was one solution that I heard from a friend in a comment, very, very smart. Apparently, and I didn't know about this, there's a type of straw that you can make that feels like plastic for those who are disabled or have disabilities, and so it's safe for them, they won't choke, but it's actually made out of a plant. So when you do throw it away, it disintegrates anyway. But if it feels like plastic, or it feels more like plastic than what paper would feel like, so it's again safer. That sounds great to me. Let me know what you think. I know Disney's looking for solutions, and they're going to find one. I'm sure they're going to find one. Let me know your thoughts. Any plans? Places to get so I can get Disney pins? I would check Shop Disney Parks. Yes, you can shop on eBay, but you want to be careful. Scrappers sell most of their pins on eBay, so I know eBay is an option, but I would be very, very careful of scrappers on eBay. I've made a whole video about this. You can check it out. Just type in Disney pins on my channel. I go into detail about where you can buy more of them. Paper straws are a great idea, but it does not taste good and straws deteriorate, right? And I was learning that those with disabilities can't use paper straws because they have the potential of chewing on them and choking on them. I did not know that until you told me, so that apparently wouldn't work. Or maybe they could have both, like some paper and some non-paper, the plant one. I'm not sure. It's an idea. Thoughts on two parties? Thinking about doing Mickey's Very Merry this year 2 times. I loved it. I did. Is it worth the money? It can be. It's tougher for me to justify it because I've been budgeting so heavily recently. I mean, like crazy. I've like not gone out for like a sandwich or anything. Just very careful with all my money because I have a lot of plans on my mind. But it's worth it. But I can't do it every time. So it's definitely worth it. You can get all the combustible plastic straws like straws, forks. They work, right? Oh yeah, you know what? That's a good point. They have that. I don't know what the name of that plastic is. It's like that not orange, but orange tinted plastic that you can like read on the back, like made from a plant, and it works just like a plastic fork. I don't see a difference. And you can chew on it all day, and that's not going anywhere. And you throw it away, and then it just dissolves in the land or wherever it goes. That does make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Michael, I'm stuck between Disney Tokyo and Disney Cruise. Help! I've never been on Disney Tokyo, Disneyland, Disney Sea. I would love to go. It's a tough one. It really is. Right, they can do a third garbage can for recycling. I would hope that all guests would use it, but that's another thought. They could do that as well. Of course, hey Joyce, thanks for joining me and being a part of the magic with me. Oh my gosh, you can tell I just woke up. Words aren't going together. I bring my own mason jar and straw. That does make sense too, but I feel like that would just add. That would just add to the things you have to carry around. I feel like Disney should be able to provide that in a way that we can recycle things too. So I like that idea, but I also think Disney's trying to do a little bit of both. Let me know your thoughts. Also, this is a good time for any general Q&A. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Any other thoughts you have for me, I'm more than happy to answer them here. It's a good time for it. Oh, excuse me. Reusable straws. You know, I haven't used reusable straws at Disney, Laura. I can't think of the last time. You mean the metal ones? I can't think of the last time I've used one. So I don't have any good thoughts on it, but I'll have to try it, and I'll let you know. I'll have to try it. Disney pins. Right, so they have them all over. You can find them on the Shop Disney Parks app. You can buy them in packs at Disney World or Disneyland or the Disney Cruise Line. You can buy them in packs at Disney. Oh, yes, it's important to recycle. No doubt about it. We all want to do our part. Michael, when do you... Before you know it. Another Disney cruise. Don't use straws. Right, so sometimes the idea is to not use any straws. And, you know, we'll see if Disney implements that one. It depends. That would be an issue, though, because then those with disabilities wouldn't be able to drink things. Apparently, they do need the plastic straws. I didn't know this. I really didn't. So this is good to know. What type of camera do you use? You can find all the equipment that I use in the description of my videos. I use the Canon 70D at the moment. We'll see if I use it more, if I update in the future. Hint, Canon USA. How many trips a year would being an annual pass holder pay off? Kendall, I would say it really depends. It depends on the number of days, though. But at least I've done the math before, but usually 2. But I would say 3 at this point, though, because the prices have gone up. You want to do at least 2, if not 3, and then it definitely makes sense. What is Galaxy's Edge going to be ready? No news yet, but late fall 2019. And the late fall, I mean, it could be as late as November. Late. Michael, are you excited for Aladdin? Yes, I am. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be good. I like the idea of an adult sippy cup lid. That would make sense. That would make sense. So then, but would it be made out of... It wouldn't be made out of plastic. It would be made out of... That's an idea, though. You could do like a hard plastic lid, and it's all like you just sip from it. But then it would have to be really secure onto the top of the lid. That's an interesting idea, though. A very interesting idea. Is Star Wars area being built near Hollywood Studios? Yes, it is. It is, and it's going to be very exciting to see it. When it comes out, it's going to be great. Creeping up on 18,000. I know, our family is growing so quickly. Michael, do you prefer Magic Kingdom more than Animal Kingdom? How can I answer that? These questions, DC football, I love them both. They're both magical in their own way. Annual pass question. Michael, this is great general Q&A. When do you think it will make sense for someone out of state to get a Disney World annual pass? So, the real question is, how many times are you going to go to Disney? And when does the math make sense? I'll have to make an updated video about this and do all the math for you. But if you go for like 3 days... 3 times, then an annual pass is worth it. But if you go for 5 days, 2 times, an annual pass is also worth it. So it depends on the number of days, how much you spend on each trip on tickets, and if it would be worth it for you. I think if you go 3 times, it's definitely worth it. 2 times, it would depend on the number of days you're there. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll have to do the whole math with you in another video. Good question, though. Any idea when Remy will open? I would imagine within the next 2 years. If not, well, it's coming along pretty fast, but there's a lot of work still to go. So within the next 2 years. Why not just use the straws they have at Animal Kingdom at other parks? Tyler, apparently they can't use those paper straws everywhere because those with disabilities cannot use those straws. Apparently they might choke on them. So, I didn't know this until you told me. There were friends in our family who told me. But, yeah, apparently that's the case. I got to run dentist appointment. Go do your thing. Dentist is important. I don't like going to the dentist, though. Michael, there are diamond passes. That's good. Good to know. It really depends on when you go to. Exactly right. It depends on the pricing of those tickets when you're there. That would make sense for an annual pass. So if you go at least 3 times in a year, it makes sense. That's the thing to remember. I have had one of, do you prefer a Disney cruise or Walt Disney World? I ask because I love Disney World. I haven't tried a Disney cruise yet. Dole Whip Dad, that's a good question. My family and I have been talking about this for a while. It depends on what we want to experience. In a perfect world, we would do a land and sea adventure every time, or we'd do Disney World and the Disney cruise, but it doesn't always work out that way, especially with finances. You got to work all that out. My family and I have been to Walt Disney World many, many times, but Disney Cruise is new to us. So right now we're prioritizing the Disney Cruise Line. And it's because of its newness. And I will go back to Disney World many, many times, don't you worry. But Disney Cruise Line is super magical. So I wouldn't recommend not trying it. It is definitely worth a try. Definitely worth a try. Favorite Disney movie from the 80s? When was Hercules made? What was the Goofy movie? I don't remember when these things were made. What older ones? They're good. 80s. I think Hercules was the 90s. Lion King was also the 90s. I'll have to think about the dates. Say hi to my son Sean, of course. Sean, thanks for being a part of the magic with me. I'm delighted to be able to share it with you. Michael, is Disney Springs worth a 4-day vacation? Oh, you mean stopping, not going to a park instead of Disney Springs? If you don't have a ticket, then absolutely. But if you're there only for 4 days, no, I would recommend going to all 4 parks on all 4 days. Hopefully that makes sense. Michael, what's the longest Disney vacation day you would recommend without losing magic? Disney vacation day? You can go as many times as you want. Never gets old for me. Never gets old. No, 90s. Oh, 90s. Yeah, most of those movies were in the 90s. So those are the movies that I think of. Again, I'm a 90s kid, so I think of the 90s movies a lot. When taking a Disney cruise, is it better to go on a 7-day cruise to get the full enjoyment of it? Well, that's a good question. Or can you get what you need from a 4-day cruise for the first time? Robert, good question. I would say it depends. I would recommend a 7-night. And I've been trying to convince my family, again, it's a financial thing, to go on a 7-night, because that 3-night, did we go on a 3-night? Yes, we went on a 3-night, 4-day. Yes, we did. It was not, you were not able to capture the same feel of the ship that we would have liked to. I went on the 7-night, and it was a totally different experience. It was relaxation. It was calm. It was being able to see parts of the ship we thought we'd never see. It was magical. I'd recommend a longer Disney cruise to everyone and anyone. However, 1997 Hercules. I'm way off. Thank you. However, if you can only go on a 4-night cruise, it's worth going on. I'm not saying it's not worth going on a 4-night cruise. I'm just saying that I personally prefer the longer cruises. I will be going... Some of the cruises, especially some of the ones in the newer ships, the Dream, those are only short cruises, so those are definitely worth it. You got to find the ones that are worth it for you, but let me know what you think. If you've been on a Disney cruise in our Disney community, let me know. Shorter one, longer one, is it like a must for you now? It's got to be longer, or shorters are fine? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, they're tough. 14-day, that would be great. 14-day cruise, I'd love that. Michael, do you mind saying hi to my brother, Shiv? Of course, hi there, good to see you. Avery, I went alone for 10 days and had a blast. It's fun, it is fun. Michael, if you could live in California, getting a Disney Diamond Pass, will you get you to Disney California Adventures and Walt Disney World at about $1,500 a year? Oh, you mean for both, the passport? That would be fun, no doubt about it. What's your favorite Disney hotel? Resort is Alani. No, not Alani. Oh my gosh, see what's on my mind? Look at this. Disney's Animal Kingdom, Kidani Village is my absolute favorite for now. Learn how to swim. Oh, yes. Knowing how to swim is important on a Disney. Well, you don't have to know how to swim, because there are plenty of... You don't have to go in the water at all. You don't have to get wet even once. You can just stay on the ship, enjoy all the ship's amenities for the entire 7 days, walk on Castaway Cay without touching the water. If you are not a fan of water, this could work for you. No problem. You don't have to know how to swim. What Disney ship would you like to take a complete tour of? Ooh, I have never been on the Fantasy. I want to try the Fantasy at some point. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Disney Cruisers, thanks for joining us. Michael, what themed cruises would be your first pick from the list you showed us? What themed cruises? That's a very good thought. The Food and Wine one sounds amazing. The Mickey Mouse one sounds incredible. There are some that I would love to see. I would love to see. We'll see. Oh, don't worry, Renza, we are definitely going to do snorkeling in Hawaii. We're going to do it in Disney's, the tank that they have. It's like $20 or $25 per person, and in the tank, you get to feed the tropical fish. So we're going to get that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably like an entire trip package. I think they do one for the whole time you're there, and you can just go and snorkel again and again and again. So I'm definitely going to look into that one. That looks really cool. Would like a 7-day cruise, 14-night cruise. Wow, my head. that visits more ports. Wouldn't it be great? I would love that. 14 nights. There's one that goes to Panama Canal that looks really cool. And then there's a 9 and a 10 night that's been announced for Hawaii. And I'd love to get one confirmed. I think mine right now is on the 9 night. I'd love to be able to do the 10 night or the 9 night, but I haven't found anything else that's less expensive yet. We'll see. Michael, what's the longest standby you've ever waited in? Longest standby. I think it was Pandora. Excuse me. Pandora. I think it was like an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Pandora for a Flight of Passage. It was a long line. If Disney closed all rides and you could only have one ride, what would you pick? I can't answer that one. That's too tough. What would make you feel the magic? No doubt about it. I love Disney cruising, and the longer ones, there is a point to the longer ones. There's no doubt about it. The longer ones do add a lot of magic, but if you're on a specialty theme one, like that one with the Star Wars or Marvel, those are shorter, 5 or 6 nights. So compared to the 7 nights, but they're still great cruises. So you always want the vacation to be longer, no doubt about it. But whatever you can do, I think is worth doing, no doubt about it. Did you do the 5K? How was it? I participated in the 5K. I didn't finish it. I got distracted by snorkeling, but I will do it one day. I will finish that 5K one day in Castaway Cay. Did you like the smell in Pandora? Oh yeah, it was great. Loved it. Michael, what can you say about Toy Boat 5 times? Not sure. Michael, which cruise would you like to do first? Time on a Disney cruise with 2 kids. Which cruise would you do first? Time on a Disney cruise with 2 kids and 2 adults. Any Disney cruise is good. Any Disney cruise works for me. Disney Infinity is the best. So sad they stopped making it. Oh no, they didn't know they stopped. That's too bad. Sorry they stopped about that. Anyway, well, how did you think about? Oh wait, how do they think you should manage the lines in Pandora? Even at Rope Drop, it's super packed. I can't think of a better way to manage the crowds. I don't know what they're going to do about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Honestly, that's tough. That was tough. When you saw that line, I don't know what they were doing. I'm not sure. How do you feel about Pixar Pier coming to Hollywood Studios? That sounds interesting. Pixar, intellectual property, excuse me, IP. I like the idea. I'm sure that it'll be good. I just hope they don't take away Rock and Roller Coaster or Tower of Terror. That's the key. Those are 2 big ones that I'd love to see just stick around forever and ever and ever. We'll have to see if that's the case. Do you know how deep the water is at Pelican Point at Castaway Cay? You know, if you're good with like math and depth and stuff, you could actually follow the time my GoPro fell off my head and time it, how long it took to hit the bottom. I feel like that was at least 15 feet. I could be off. I could be wrong. But we dove down and all we saw was dark. When David and I were diving down for that GoPro in Pelican Point, we were diving and we just saw dark. And it was yeah, we couldn't see a thing. I don't know. It's deep. It's deep. But again, they are very safe, and it's a safe area. You may know the snorkeling area and the family beach have netting, so the bigger predators can't get in, which is great. I love that because I have a slight fear of that. So that's great. The adult beach does not, but it's all very shallow, so it's just you can see almost all the way out there. I have not rented DVC points, but I'd love to. That would be cool. Someday in the future. Will the Disney Skyliner, how will it affect the Eiffel Tower? I don't think the Eiffel Tower will change that much. I think you'll probably just go past it, which will be cool, but I don't think they're going to change that much. Do you think they'll ever change the Muppets? Excuse me. No, I don't think so. Muppets are a big part of the magic, and I love them. I think they're very important. Wow, this is allergies. The lifeguard told us it was about 10 or 15 feet. Okay, or 10 or 11 feet. Okay. Well, that's good to know too. So it was 10 or 11 feet, a little bit off from my 15, but still that's, yeah, I guess it's not too deep, but when it's the ocean, it sounds scary, no doubt about it. Sorry about this. Do you plan on going to Star Wars opening day? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be there. Opening day, for both, for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Disneyland and Disney World. I want to be there for both. Please don't take away the Muppets. No, I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets. Do you know if 11-year-olds can drive their own jet ski on the excursion? I don't know. I would say probably not. That's a good question, though. I wish I had the answer for you on that one. I would actually ask Disney Cruise. I would enter their live chat. I would ask them directly. There might be a height or weight limit as well. That's good. That's a good thought. I don't know. I don't think so though. That seems a little bit young for that. It's a very intense excursion, no doubt about it. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go in just a minute. I've got a lot to do, a lot of things to experience today. I've got a lot of mail to get. I got a lot of videos to make, so I'm looking forward to that. Thank you again for being a part of it with me today. Don't worry, I'll answer a few more questions, but okay, so there you go. Claudia, no kids on jet skis. Right. It seemed like it was a little bit too intense for kids. Even on a duo jet ski, I think that you probably have to be maybe 18 or older, or maybe they do 16, but I feel like adult only, like 18 or older. That because you have to sign waivers. It's yeah, I think it might be an adult only adventure. I'll have to look again, but yeah. Michael, why do you think Disneyland does not have the magic band technology? I don't know. Disney's got to have a solution to that, or a reason for that, but I really don't know. If you know, let me know. But it seems odd, right? You feel like they'd add that, but I guess since it's more of a single day destination for a lot of Californians, it doesn't quite. Does it not make sense to not? I mean, I feel like the Magic Band would add so much convenience, but since the Magic Band is mostly used in Walt Disney World for the resorts, would it make sense to add it just for the park tickets and for the fast passes? I don't know. It's tough to know. I'm going to do Galaxy's Edge, California in opening day. Galaxy's Edge is going to be so much fun. They do 16-year-olds with waivers. Okay, good. Well, Claudia, that is very helpful to know. That's what I figured. 16-year-olds might make a lot of sense. 3-day countdowns, even with more magical. It is exciting. Have a lot of fun. But no doubt, it is an amazing adventure. These jet skis are so much fun. Delighted I can share it with you today. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining me today for a quick live stream. I am so glad you took some of your Saturday out to sharing it with me. Don't worry, there'll be more videos soon. I'll be talking all about things to come. This week, I'm thinking about videos that are going to be very interesting to talk about. Subjects that I think you're really going to be fascinated with, that I think you're going to have a lot of comments about. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts, but that'll be a surprise. You'll be hearing more about that soon. Thank you again for being a part of the magic with me today. Have a magical weekend. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for joining me.